Gemini just dropped a dictation tool that turns messy voice notes into polished text while understanding what's on your screen. This is Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 147. Students and creators often speak faster than they can type, leaving behind filler words and tangled thoughts. The new Gemini 3.5 Transcribe model listens to spoken words and produces clean, ready-to-use writing instead. It removes phrases like or like automatically and arranges everything into proper sentences. At the same time, it glances at whatever sits open on the screen to grasp the full situation. Think of it like a super patient friend who writes everything down, erases the awkward pauses, and checks your open document for extra clues. Another way to picture it is a helpful editor sitting beside you who knows the difference between a casual text and a formal email. The system handles more than 85 languages and reaches a 4% word error rate while running 70% faster than the earlier Chirp 3 model. That speed comes from passing harder tasks to other Gemini models through function calling, which works like handing off a complicated question to a specialist teammate. For anyone drafting school papers or turning voice memos into emails, the result feels closer to talking than typing. You no longer need to fix spelling or structure afterward, which frees mental energy for the actual ideas. The same features appear in the Gemini app on macOS and through Gboard on Android devices right now. If you want to experiment, open the Gemini app, start a chat, and tap the microphone to dictate a short paragraph for an assignment. Watch how the text arrives already cleaned up and neatly formatted without any extra steps from you. On Android, you can also hold the microphone key in any text field while using Gboard and see the same cleanup happen live. The model also supports voice commands that relate directly to the app or document already visible on screen. That combination lowers the barrier between having an idea and finishing a polished piece of work. Developers can explore the same capabilities through Google AI Studio without writing code, simply by testing a voice prompt in the browser. You know how your phone guesses the next word while you text based on what came before? Now picture that same idea expanded so the system guesses an entire cleaned up paragraph while also peeking at the app open on your screen. First, the model listens to the raw audio and splits the sound into tiny, recognizable chunks, the way you might break a long sentence into separate words when reading aloud. Next, it uses the surrounding conversation or on-screen content as extra clues, similar to noticing you are inside an email app and therefore should sound more formal. Then it removes filler sounds such as and because it has studied millions of examples of how polished writing usually looks. Finally, it rearranges everything into proper sentences and even suggests actions if you mention something like sending the note to a parent. The 4% word error rate in streaming mode happens because the screen context helps it choose the right words even when the audio is unclear. The 70% speed improvement comes from handing off complex tasks to other Gemini models through function calling, which keeps the main process moving quickly. The result feels like the AI understood not just the sounds, but the whole situation you are in, so the output arrives ready to use. That is why the finished text needs far fewer fixes afterward than older dictation tools required. Plaud's new earbuds include a special case with its own internet connection built in, so you can chat with AI helpers without keeping your phone nearby. They suit quick voice conversations while walking, studying, or commuting because the case stays connected on its own. Once you have the buds, try asking the AI in the case to summarize a podcast you just heard, or to brainstorm project ideas, all through voice only. You may need a parent's help setting up the eSIM connection if you are under 18, but the feature itself needs no coding. Anthropic is now sharing real Claude chat data with university researchers while keeping individual conversations private. 3 research groups studied 250,000 aggregated conversations and found that over half involved tasks that affect other people or cannot be undone easily. This kind of study helps everyone see the actual daily impact of AI instead of relying on guesses. Hugging Face introduced the MicroDuck, a one-eyed biped robot under 10 inches tall that rolls on tiny skates and comes in several colors. It is available to pre-order now and ships before Christmas, giving robotics fans a small-scale project with no programming required. That is it for today. Remember, every AI expert started exactly where you are right now. If something we talked about today made you curious, go try it. That is literally how learning works. Stay curious, keep experimenting, and we will see you tomorrow. And if you would rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at Nera Network. Links in the show notes. One more thing, if you liked today's episode, our sister show OmniView is worth a spot in your feed. A balanced daily world news briefing that takes every side seriously. It is one of the Nera Network's daily briefings, all free at neranetwork.com. And on the website, every episode's visuals live in our free image gallery at neranetwork.com/gallery. Royalty-free under Creative Commons. Download with attribution. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.